Radio. Simply, we about to give y'all something special. You ready? Let's go!
Oh, what the hell? Who the hell? How the hell you do that? Welcome everybody to the Mike Knoxxx Show right here on Unpop Reviews Wrestling. I am your host, Mike Knoxxx, and indeed I spelled my name with 3 X's because like the Philadelphia Eagles making moves, baby, beating the Miami Dolphins, I am hardcore. Gotta throw a shot where a shot can be thrown because it's Monday morning, it's Monday afternoon, and I'm still out here quarterbacking like we're gonna quarterback this show today, people. Woo! We got a plethora of smorgasbord. Yeah, that's what I'm going to say every week. You've been joining us for all these years, 14 years. Make sure you continue to join us. And if right now, like, follow, subscribe, share, tell a friend to tell a friend. The show for the intelligent wrestling fan is here. We are back and we are live. And we are in living color, people. You can follow us on all the social medias. Well, because social media is actually free. So you going to social media to give us a like, a follow, and a subscribe, it doesn't hurt anything. So while you're there, make sure you follow my social media to the icons and ayatollahs of rock and rollers, Mr. 301 King Vaughn Jr. on the Twitter, the Victorious Ones podcast. Make sure y'all check it out because that boy is hot. His Bianca Belair being back. That's right, y'all. The EST of the WWE is back. And I am the HNIC of this wrestling thing. So let's go ahead and sit back and talk about this thing called professional wrestling. I love retirements, right? Like, I love the fact that how Sting did this, right? Sting did it like Tom Brady, right? Sting did it like Wayne Gretzky and Marilyn Lemieux and the guys you want to go out, like let them know, like, go ahead and slob on my knob like corn on the cob for the next 365 years or until Revolution 2024 comes. But the point is, and the simple fact of the matter is, the man called Sting is a legend and an icon. And I just felt that I had to start today's show off with this man that has changed professional wrestling in some manners, and to me, more importantly, that's not spoken about a lot. What's going on, Jeffrey? What's going on, Todd? Jeffrey, tell me the franchise, the icon, the Sting, my man Phil. I got to make sure you didn't slander my guy. Listen, there is no Sting slander tonight, okay? This is merely respect for the man called Sting, because as I was getting ready to say, I think Sting let wrestling fans, right? This thing we all love called wrestling, right? That we all know we're all fickle, right? We're all emotional, fickle, walking contradictions. Shout out to my man Wise Shabazz, the one we call Wise, okay? Contradictions. Because wrestling fans are like pregnant women. If you ever had a woman or had someone who knows someone to be pregnant, they got cravings. They go through mood swings. We're not going to call them that B word. We're going to call them unstable creatures. But they can be unstable. They're bringing a whole life into the world. Let them do what they want to do. But that's wrestling fans, right? We do what we want to do. And Sting took a line in the stand, drew a line in the stand, if you will, so to speak, and refused to cross over. He didn't go to WWE when everyone was leaving to go to WWE. And I think him holding the line gave a certain fan base the respect, honor as being a wrestling fan to stick with that line with him. And I honor that man for that today, for what he has done. And the question is it the end for Sting? Like, wrestlers all the time say they're giving it up, but rarely ever really give it up. I don't want to see Sting wrestling anymore, to be honest with you. And I'm going to say that, I'm saying that with honor and respect to the man we call Sting. This is the Mike Knoxxx Show. I'm starting off talking about Sting, not the Week in Wrestling. Because to me, well, shit, I am talking the Week in Wrestling, right? The biggest thing in the Week in Wrestling, because the tribal chief, Roman Reigns, wasn't on TV, was not Bound for Glory, was not the return of Bianca Belair. That's what people want to talk about, because that's the whole, I'm excited. Oh my God, look at her butt. Look at her butt. Like, what? You only watch wrestling for butts? Some of you know you do. It's okay. And I'm talking to you. You know who you are, you butt watcher, you nasty perv. But no, that wasn't the best thing that happened in wrestling this week. It was the icon, the man, the myth, the legend called Sting. And the question is, I'm asking now, the end of Sting. I felt that Taker, who I felt should have retired years ago. Y'all have heard me say this before. When Sting and Darby Allin them first did it with their first rivalry one against Powerhouse Hobbs, as well as the Pebble Ricky Starks, that cinematic match to me was incredible. Right, we did a thing on Unpopular Review Top 5 a few months back. What was the best top 5 cinematic matches of all time? And I never understood how come no one really called that match. That match to me was every bit of cinematic. So can Taker, but we're talking Sting, can Sting survive in the cinematic universe world of wrestling? I think so. So will he give it all up? Sting has always seemed to be a man of his word. So I'm going to take him at his namesake of him saying that he's done. That is it for him. So I ask you, Vaughn, I ask you, the $1 Million audience, what is the Stinger's best gimmick? Everybody already know the most popular opinion here, and this is the unpopular review. So as this is unpopular review, means our opinion sometimes can be unpopular, and this is the show for the intelligent wrestling fan. Let me take you down the yellow brick road, right? Let me give you a golden ticket to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory. Wonka comes out December 15th. Take your family if you want to. But how can you have Crow? How can you have Joker without the energy that was brought to you by Surfer Sting? I mean, it's arguably I always tell people this, right? Like, no disrespect. Let me run that back, right? With all due respect to those who I know personally, those who I know via the social media world, those who follow me, I will never listen to your opinion over the opinion of those who are in the business. I am not in the business, but I have circled the wagon, like the Buffalo Bills, if you will, who didn't circle it yesterday as they lost yesterday. Not like my Philadelphia Eagles, but that's another subject for another story, for another show. But you have to know how to circle the wagons, right? So you're going to sit here, you're going to talk about gimmicks, we're going to talk about all the things that matter in professional wrestling. I can never pretend to know more than the people who have been in the business. But I have been privileged. As today we celebrate Yokozuna passing, I had the privilege of being at the event for 10 years gone, never forgotten Yokozuna event in Chester, PA at Harris Casino with Uncle Rikishi, Samu, and the rest of that family. During that time, Big Vis was still alive. May he rest in peace as well. I mean, just a great time, Road Dogg. So me and Road Dogg became friends of the program, interviewed him several times on here. But Sting, Crow Sting, is everybody's favorite, but it's not mine because this guy was original. This guy was different. When he came out, the Great American Bash, and I got chalk line jackets. Chalk out the chalk line. I mean, shout out to Chalk Line. Make sure you tweet that to me, Vaughn, please. Shout out to Chalk Line for always having a great apparel, keeping us all fly in the wrestling world. Now the sports and pop culture world as well. Chalk Line official, please follow them, guys. They got beautiful stuff. They really do, and they're really good to their customers. And they didn't pay me for this advertisement. I just love them that much. I'm going to just say it. He had this sequence jacket with the flak. Man, Sting, this Sting is goated, but I know this is everybody's most popular Sting is this guy right here. This is the one. Here we go. Jeffrey, Crow Sting, Steve, not Stank. What? Steve must be in here somewhere. Where is Steve? Somebody, let's go back up here. Vaughn and Sting drew the line. Flair and HBK took lines. What is that? Whoa. Really? Some people can't help the booger sugar, Vaughn. They can't help it. Okay? Guilty. Sting don't have a butt. What? Okay. We wasn't talking about Sting, but talking about somebody else. You know who I was talking about, Steve. Don't do that. Okay? Don't do that. It's just amazing to me how everyone goes to this. I can't get with the Crow Sting. Not that I didn't like it. It was just, with Brandon Lee's passing, it was personal to me, right? And the gimmick was great for what it was until he came out the rafters and started talking, right? And then he goes red and black Sting. Some people like that Sting. Personally, next to Surfer Sting, I prefer Joker Sting from TNA days. 100%. I really do. That's the Sting I love the most. But the Sting we got is AEW Sting, and at Revolution, he will be retiring